Welcome into the Sheriff's Report today. My name is David Wood and I'm here with Sheriff Roger Deeds. And Sheriff Deeds, I tell you what, it's a busy part of the season this time of the year. Christmas right around the corner. A lot of things going on, I know, in the area, and I know you're wanting people to stay vigilant during this time, you know, going out shopping and that sort of thing. There's some things I know, some tips that you'll want to pass on to the people, but tell us what's been going on in the county lately.
Well, it's been fairly quiet and calm. I guess everybody's too busy starting the Christmas shopping and all of that, and we haven't had, the national news talks about some major issues in different parts of the country with violent shoppers, but I guess around here it hadn't been too bad. So, but we still got a few things to talk about. I always have drug stuff. It seems like it always comes up. There's the war on crime, or war on drugs is a long war that seems like there's hardly no end in sight, but we got to keep on fighting that battle, and battle after battle, and doing the best we can to get these kids and people off of drugs and away from it, and make it better for everybody.
Absolutely. And of course, during this time of the year, you know, people go out shopping, and I know that in previous talks, we've talked about how you want to keep your, if you go out shopping, you want to keep your things, you know, kind of hidden in your vehicles. Don't let, you know, packages being exposed out of your car area and that sort of thing, because, you know, the thieves, they're out this time of the year looking to capitalize on that.
Yeah, always remember to lock your vehicles, just like locking your homes at home. But lock your vehicles, but then, yeah, this time of year with the shopping and all of that, cover up your stuff that you just purchased. If you got it at one store and you hadn't had time to go home, don't showcase your presence.
Your bounty.
Yeah,
Yes.
your bounty, because that's just what you're doing, is showcasing it, just like in a store where they put it all together, lay it all out real nice so that you want to buy it. Well, in this case, out in the parking lot, they want to steal it. So cover it up. Don't keep it out of sight, out of mind. Lock it in the trunk, take it home, you know, if you can, but if you can't, keep it locked up, covered up, so it doesn't open that temptation up for somebody that might be walking by. And definitely keep the vehicles locked. Just don't make yourself a victim of a crime of opportunity.
Yes, don't advertise yourself out there to them, so to speak. Now, I know that that ugly creature, you mentioned it, drugs, and I know that you've had some, you know, that here in Hood County, there have been some drug arrests. I know you've got a story here. You want to share that one with us?
Yeah, I've got actually a couple different stories on drug arrests. That this is the top one. This was from the 22nd of November, around 4:00 p.m. My narcotics guys were conducting a drug investigation and arrested Cassandra Marie Ward, 25 years old, for possession of a controlled substance under a gram, and that's a state jail felony, and bond was set at $15,000.
Wow.
Ward was in possession of under a gram of meth at 4509 Billy June Road in Montego Bay. So it's always something with the drugs. And I've got another story here that, unfortunately, it always seems like people, they have a lot of fun, a lot of good times around the holidays, but then sometimes they drink a little too much and they get a little fight into them, and things go south after that. So we arrested a man on Thanksgiving for family violence. On the 24th at around 7 p.m., deputies responded to 3917 Briarwood Street in Oak Trail Shores in reference to a disturbance. Deputies discovered Lawrence George Altoff, 23 years old, was intoxicated, started an argument with his common-law wife, which is 21 years old. During the argument, Altoff grabbed the victim's head and slammed her against the furniture. Altoff has a previous conviction of family violence assault and was arrested and charged with family violence assault, previous conviction, felony 3, bond $50,000. The victim did refuse medical treatment at the scene, and Althoff still is in my jail. So.
He didn't get the turkey stuffing, I guess. He got stuffed in the Deeds Hotel, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, it's awful funny. Family violence sometimes does go on the rise during the holiday season because, you know, families get together and sometimes things just get escalated, but you want to stay calm during those situations.
Yeah, you want to try to stay calm. I know people try to make amends with family members that they really haven't got along with and try to get everybody together, and sometimes it happens where they just can't get along. So you never know. So hopefully they can get together and have a nice, good, smooth, calm, happy holiday season.
Absolutely. That's what we all want.
But I don't anticipate that probably being 100% throughout the county. That's why I'm going to have my deputies on duty.
Well, if Donnie would have just given me the turkey leg I wanted, you know, nothing would have happened. But we won't talk about that.
No, I know. You got to make sure you got plenty of everything for everybody.
Absolutely.
To keep everybody happy. Not just a turkey by ham.
By, you know, maybe some chops, maybe some chicken.
Get extra of everything.
Extra of everything.
For Thanksgiving, went to my daughter's house, and my son-in-law, he likes to cook. So there was about a dozen people there at the house, and I guess you need to think like he does. And just make sure you have plenty of everything. He had this stuffing tray that was enough to feed 50 people. And I said, every year you do this. And it's great. It's great. He is a great cook. He does a lot of cooking over the holidays, and it is fantastic. So don't get me wrong there. It's great. But he cooks for a battalion. And so I asked him, I said, why do you always do that? And he said, that's the way I learned the recipe, and that's the only one I know. But so nobody has to worry about getting run out and not getting a taste of his stuffing, because he's got plenty of it. So I guess that's what everybody needs to do, is fix a little extra.
Cook in bulk.
Cook in bulk, yeah.
That's what
Save it for leftovers. It's always good.
And if you have any leftover, folks, you can just bring them down here to the studio. We'll take good care of them.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
What else we got here?
Well, last night I was busy. Started out the night, I was thinking about going home pretty much at 5 o'clock last night because everything was kind of calm and quiet. And then my narcotics guys came to me and said, hey, we got us Crime Stoppers tip.
Oh, wow.
And we really don't have a whole lot to go on, but we want to check this out because we've had some information in the past that could be more of this. So anyway, we went and ended up with a 6-pound marijuana bust.
6 pounds.
6 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
And it actually looked like more than that because it was that fluffy stuff too. So it was a lot of sight to see.
People don't understand. A pound. Just kind of show us, a pound is quite a big size. So 6 pounds. That's pretty good size.
Yeah, there was a whole lot there, and it didn't take a drug dog or anything like that to really find out what was going on in this house, because with the cedars doing their thing this time of year coming into the winter, and my head was kind of stuffed up, I didn't have any problems smelling it at the doorway even without going in the house, so it was pretty strong.
Oh.
So anyway, last night into this morning, my narcotics officers arrested Sean Preston Hammonds, 28 years old, and Erica Michelle Gillum, 22 years old, for possession of marijuana over 5 pounds but under 50 pounds. So that's a felony 3.
Wow.
And bond was set at $50,000 on each of them.
My goodness.
Yeah, I just left the office.
$100,000 in bond.
$100,000 in bond. Yeah, the judge was walking out the door as I was walking out the door this morning. So $50,000 bond on each of them. The arrest stemmed from a search warrant conducted at 1001 Thorpe Springs Road in the city of Granbury. The couple was in possession of approximately 6 pounds of hydro marijuana. So there was me and 7 other deputies that were out there, along with the Toller chief. Brought his dog along. He had just got a drug dog, Chief Rodney Cox. and we thought maybe we might need it, but we really didn't, because it was so strong. And then he had one of his officers out there, and so we conducted the operation, and I communicated with the city and said we might only be here for 5-10 minutes, but it kind of snowballed into a pretty big deal there before it was all done. And I left after midnight, and my deputies were still there when I left. So you know, we got this tip off of Crime Stoppers, so we'll talk about Crime Stoppers in a little bit, but it all came together like a plan. And so this person on Crime Stoppers is totally anonymous. He's definitely going to be in line for a reward.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize that it's not a whistleblower type deal. It's helping your community whenever you see something out there that's not right, and you've heard about the report. You can call in, and you will remain anonymous, and you can receive up to a $1,000 cash reward.
Yep. Today is the Crime Stoppers board meeting, so we got lots of good news for them. But that is a good system the way it works. You can call it in anonymously. You can go onto a website. Works good. So sometimes we need that extra little bit of help to get something done and solve a crime, or lead us to this deal. So it appeared that they've been in business selling marijuana for quite a while.
My goodness.
So we got that flow of marijuana shut off.
A win for the good guys.
Yep. Another thing we've been doing to be proactive in the community is I applied for a grant and got it through the TABC, the Texas Alcohol and Beverage Commission. And it wasn't a big grant, but it was enough to help my officers pay for overtime and some other expenses, and it's alcohol awareness program. And so we're going to do a series of 4 different stings over the course of the next few months, and we've already done 2 of the stings. And then we're going to do party patrols, and that grant money is going to help pay my guys for overtime. And the budgets are tight, so any little bit helps. But now we've done 2 stings over the course of the last, I guess, 3 months. I didn't write any dates down. And we just did another one here week before last. And and we've ended up, the first time we did 17 stings, the second time we did 22, and included in those 22 were 5 that we went back to redo, because they, unfortunately, 5 people at that point in time sold to an undercover person. So to an underage person is what that was. So we're trying to make sure we get the word out to the people that work at these places, and we're going to start doing restaurants too, to not be selling alcohol to minors. So this is a big program, and it looks like we're going to be able to perpetuate this thing into the future too, with even after we run out of money, because the way we're working it, and we've got the judges on board with this deal, that if you get arrested for selling alcohol to a minor, it's a Class A misdemeanor, and by the time you go to jail and you pay your attorney and pay your court deals and fines and everything like that, it can run you up a couple $1,000s. So the way we're working this is it stays off your record if you screw up, but we offer a class that you have to go to, an alcohol awareness class. So, and then the cost on that is $500 to pay for helping us to continue this effort, and it goes back into the fund to pay for more overtime, for materials, for advertisement. We're going to go out, the guys are going to go out to schools and work with the high school kids and do different, a lot of PR on this whole thing. And it's going to come down this year to the Shattered Dream program later in the spring. So we're going to put it all together. But anyway, we had the 2 stings, 5 messed up the first time, and then 2 more messed up the second time. And so we had our first class the other day on Monday morning, and 7 people total sold, but only 6 people showed up. So that 7th person that didn't show up, that was supposed to, that said they would sign up for that class and would come to that class, they didn't, and so there's a warrant issued for their arrest now. So now they're going to, instead of that $500 and going through that program and helping to improve this whole situation and the PR for the kids to learn for the future, and other people to learn from all this, then they're going to have to go to jail, be arrested, go to jail, and then get them an attorney and go to court.
And it'll be on their record.
It'll be on their record. So, but 6 others decided to do it this other way to help. So, I think they'll hopefully we don't ever find anybody that sells alcohol again, but unfortunately that's probably not the case. So I think we're going to be able to keep this alcohol awareness deal going into the future, and I want to incorporate tobacco awareness too. So we're going to work hard for the kids. The United Way Substance Abuse Council is working with us on a lot of different things. They've got their own programs going on, and like I said, it all comes down this next spring with that Shattered Dreams program. So all about the kids and taking care of the kids and families and keeping people from ruining their lives.
You know, underage drinking is such a serious problem in society, and it has been for such a long time. And I applaud you and your staff for working diligent to try to curb some of that and coming out with these great programs such as you're coming in. That's pretty much like a second chance. If you get busted, you have an opportunity to get over that by attending the class and learning and that sort of thing. But underage drinking, it's not just the health of the kids that's being at risk. It does not take as much alcohol to get intoxicated when you're that young, and usually a lower weight, there. And then, the immaturity and then inexperience behind the wheel. If these kids get behind the wheel, they can get into a serious accident, and then that could lead to injury to, maybe an unsuspecting, innocent person. So, underage drinking, this is something that the county and our society really needs to keep their finger on.
Yeah, we do, and we're making every effort we can to do this, because like you say, one thing leads to another, and the wrecks, people lose their lives, and ones that don't lose their life, they ruin their life, or it ruins somebody else's life. And so we're trying to make a stand and make things right. We're not saying they can't sell alcohol, but we're saying they got to go by the law and only sell it to people that are old enough to and wise enough to have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I guess this leads us to our big portion of the show, and opportunity where someone can take advantage of what one of our other citizens did, and that's the Crime Stoppers report.
Yep. Yeah, that came in handy last night, and so we got another report here that we're needing help. The city of Granbury is needing help. So yeah, if you know anything about this, then, or any other crime for that matter, then we need your help. So Crime Stoppers needs information on a robbery. Saturday night, November 26th at around 10 p.m., an unknown person walked into the Comfort Suites on Harbor Lakes Drive and demanded money from the night clerk. The clerk was not sure if the suspect was a male or female and described the suspect as having very pale skin, approximately 5 foot 4 inches tall, weighing approximately 170 pounds, with a diamond stud in the left side of the nose. The suspect was wearing a beanie, a green plaid hoodie, jacket, and blue jeans. Anyone with information on this robbery can call Crime Stoppers at 817-573-TIPS or go online at hoodcountycrimestoppers.com. You will remain anonymous, and if your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive up to a $1,000 cash reward.
Absolutely.
So,
and they can go to that hoodcountycrimestoppers.com anytime. They can see this story as well as others. And if they know of anything, they can call that number. And what's that number again?
817-573-TIPS.
Easy number to remember. Y'all want to do that and take advantage of it. Anything else before parting?
No, just be safe out there. Hopefully it's a good weekend for everybody and a safe week. I know it's supposed to rain a little this weekend, but we need the rain, so thanks for having me, and be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful out there on those slick streets, and watch out for your neighbor, and have a happy holiday season.